hello, and welcome to our weekly call, our weekly masterclass. I burnt my hand today. Can you see that? Probably not. Can you see that? Got a bit of a blister on my hand. Not sure why you feel the need to share this with you, but I thought I would. Hello. So today we're talking about converting or creating high converting sales funnels. Ooh, so when I say these words, some of these words, they always seem so technical and so, oh my gosh, so strategic. And I don't always see myself as that strategic, but the truth is, in order to create a successful business, there needs to be some kind of strategy going on behind it. It doesn't just happen by chance. But I don't always think about things in terms of strategy. I just think of how can I get my message out into the world as efficiently as possible and as simply as possible, because the truth of the matter is I'm not that technical. I'm not that, tech savvy and all of that stuff. There's lots of people out there that can explain everything to you. I am not that person. So if there's a part of you that is discounting yourself from being able to turn your purpose into some kind of profit, if you're discounting yourself from getting paid to transform people's lives, stop it. Especially if you're doing it because you think you don't know enough or you're not tech savvy enough or any of that stuff. Stop it. Stop giving yourself reasons not to do what you feel called to do. Stop giving yourself reasons to hold back from living fully in your purpose. I am not tech savvy. I am not super knowledgeable about all of these things. As I said, I keep it simple. What do I need to learn in order to get my message out there? What do I need to learn in order to reach people, to do the work that I would like to do? What do I need to learn? That's all. And that's what you need to know as well. What do you need to learn in order to do what you would like to do with your life? Please stop counting yourself out because it's not something you've done before, or because you think you're older than others, or you just can't keep up with what's happening in the world. It's not true. If you're listening to me anyway, it's not true. You have enough within you to be able to do what you're called and born and meant to do. There's no mistake about what you carry inside of you. And these are things I say over and over and over again. Sometimes I get bored of saying them out of my own mouth, except I recognize that I had to hear them 20 million times before I finally truly surrendered completely to living in my purpose, to creating a life around what I wanted. Wife, mother, coach. Those were the most important things to me when I finally got clear about what I want my life to be about. And so everything else kind of started to get pushed away. And I kept I kept life simple to being a wife, being a mother, being a coach. I still do most of the time, really. And so, as I say, because I knew what my clear purpose was, I learned what I needed to learn to be the wife, the mother, the coach that I wanted to be. And for you too, what is it that you want? Because this masterclass is for that determined, ambitious, spiritual person. You know inside of you that you have some kind of message, something that you would like to help people with. I understand that there's fear. I understand that there's doubt. But we all have fears and we all have doubts. And the ones who get to live the life they want are the ones who face those fears, face those doubts, and do not allow that to be the reason that you do not live your purpose. Okay? So you're the determined ones. You are the ambitious ones. Yes, you have something inside of you. Maybe you've overcome something, or you've learned certain skills at your job, or there's stuff that there's something you want to use, a skill, a service, knowledge, wisdom you want to use to help other people prosper. That's what you want. This will help you do that. This will help you do that. Okay? But as I said, doubt will stop you. Doubt, in some ways, is even more insidious than fear, because you'll have that doubtful, critical-ish voice in your head, and it will sound like common sense. It will sound like wisdom. And so you will not even bother questioning what you're telling yourself. You'll just think, well, yeah, of course I can't do that. That's just impossible. People like me don't get to do such things like that. No. I have to carry on with a stupid job that I don't really like, but at least it's paying my bills. So let's not go off on some fantasy. In fact, I had a friend recently say that to me, that, oh, Rosemary, I just don't want to chase fantasies. When I was telling her about, become a coach. You have skill to actually help people. And in fact, she's volunteering doing this kind of stuff. But but then I say, build a business around it. Oh, I don't want to chase fantasies. I'm just going to go and find myself a regular job, which there's nothing wrong with that, if that is actually what she wants. But it wasn't what she wants. It's what she felt she had to settle for. And she'd convinced herself so completely. And this is somebody who would tell me all about faith and would tell me that she has faith and that she believes in the divine and that the divine can, all of, but she felt that she had to give up what she would like to do and do what she does not want to do in order to make some money. And that doing actually what she does want to do is a fantasy that she's not even going to bother pursuing. And the truth is, this was her doubtful inner doubt speaking. But it felt like reality. It felt like reason, sensible wisdom. And that is how it will sound to you. Even as I say this to you, you might even be thinking, well, yeah, what's wrong with that? Of course, you have to, make sensible ideas or sensible decisions. Blah, blah. You too may have bought into that crazy voice in your head that you now think is sense. You now think that is common sense, that is wisdom, and that is responsibility. And of course, you can't just do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, blah, blah, blah. And you will have such grand sounding reasons why that crazy voice in your head is to be believed. Stop it. Stop holding yourself back from the life you are meant to live. That vision, that desire inside of you, it is asking you to unleash it. And instead, all you're saying is, oh, no, I have to be sensible, I have to be reasonable. And maybe I will do that later on in life when, things are easier and things are less whatever. Honey, seriously, that's how people go to the grave without doing the things that they're here to do. Wake the freak up. Don't allow doubt, no matter how reasonable it sounds. Do not allow it to be the thing that stops you from living in your purpose. I'm not going to pretend it's always easy peasy lemon squeezy, which is where fear might come into you. Because there's a part of you that will be afraid, and maybe justifiably so. When you start doing things that are outside of your comfort zone, it will feel scary. But you've done scary things before. Have they killed you? Has it killed you? No. Yeah, it might have scared you. But guess what? You got through the fear and you're still here and stronger for it. I'm not saying all fear is stuff that we want to go through over and over and over again. But really, when we're talking about getting a business off the ground, making it make you money, really, what are we talking about here? We're talking about maybe some people not liking the way you sound or people having something to say about it. People you probably don't know. Is that really a reason not to get off your butt and do what you're called and born and meant to do? When you really look at the fears that might be coming up, yeah, they might be justified fears. I'm not going to lie. They might be justified fears. People might have something to say about it. You might not make your money immediately. You might, spend a lot on advertising and not immediately get the return that you're hoping for. But these are things that if you faced into, you can realize, yeah, but it won't kill me. So I don't get the return. The only reason why I haven't got the return, it's a yet, not a never. So I've spent money. I realize now that the way I did that didn't quite work. I do it somehow differently. And I keep going and trying different ways until I find a way of getting the money that I've invested plus all the money I invested in the past. So really, even when it comes to things like that, you can, if you logically and peacefully and, sit with it rather than allowing emotion to control you, you will realize there's always a way forward. There's always a way forward. I know. It can always, face the fears, ultimately. Face the fears so that they're not the thing telling you what you do or do not do. There might be uncertainty. Will anybody want to hear what you have to say? Well, the only way you're going to find that out is by putting it out in the marketplace. Now, for some of y'all, when you ask that question, will anybody want to hear what I have to say? The truth of the matter is that right now you're already helping people with the message on your heart. You're just maybe doing it in a free capacity or some kind of volunteering basis. So yes, you already know that people want to hear what you have to say. The question of will they pay for it if you position it right? And that's what we're here to talk about today. If you position it right, then there's a way for you to create wealth doing what you love to do. There is a way. Or you can keep it away for free if that's what you want. Who was it I was arguing with? I wasn't really arguing, I don't think. Although I think I probably should have got off the phone a lot sooner than I did. But I was speaking to someone who was absolutely trying to convince me that, no, I don't want to be one of those people that makes too much money. I don't want to be one of those people that just gets into this kind of business so that they can make money. Blah, blah. And he was just like, honey, calm down. I'm just asking you how much you would like to make each month from doing your purpose work, and there was all this resistance to admitting to the fact that actually I'm not financially where I would like to be right now, and I would like to be somewhere financially, but I don't want to be one of those people who make money doing what they love, and which again, why does this make sense to people? The things you're arguing for, why are you arguing for them? The pain you are arguing for, why are you arguing for it? If you're one of those, hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're not. But I want you to start listening to the kind of voice going on in your head. What are you telling yourself you're allowed to do or not allowed to do? And whose rules are you obeying? Because I do find the whole thing quite fascinating, although the truth is, maybe not in the area of finance, because I've done a lot of work around it, but I know there's areas in my life where I could be fighting so hard to stay limited. And it makes absolutely no sense why we do this. And most of the time, you don't even know you're doing it. So when I speak to people and they're like fighting for their limitations, and they're trying to convince me that there's absolutely no way that anything could be ever any different because this is the way it is, and there's no other way around it, and you are trying to sell me something that is a lie, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, why are you fighting to stay stuck? Why are you convinced that your way is the only way when obviously it is not? We're on the phone, you're speaking to me, you're listening to me, because obviously you want change. And yet when change is being offered to you, or when the opportunity for change is being offered to you, you battle against it. Try to prove, well, I tried that last time and it didn't work. And I did this and I've done everything and nothing ever works for me. And why would you want to believe that? Why would you deliberately choose to believe that somehow you are the exception to the rule? That somehow things can't change for you? It's not true. So why fight for that belief? Oh, everybody's out to scam me, everybody's out to get me, this and that and the other. Oh, and God doesn't want me to be rich, and I don't want to be greedy, and blah, 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 blah. Listen to yourself, my loves. Is this really something you want to continue fighting for? Or would you like to set yourself free? To live in your purpose? To be free, to be fulfilled, to be financially abundant, to live a love-drenched life connected to the divine, living out of that connection with the divine, traveling if you want to travel, being free to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. I'm not saying it's all going to happen in 3 seconds flat, because there's all this stuff in your mind that needs to be worked on. Absolutely. But if you continue on this known path that you're on, then there's never going to be any change, because you already know the result of being on this path. You don't like it. That's why you're listening. So choose again and stop fighting to remain small. Stop fighting to remain small. So now we've talked about the reasons why you may not move forward. Let me be very clear about a few things here. Your vision, that desire, that stuff you would like to build, it is your permission. You don't need to wait for more signs. You don't need to wait for more assurance that you can do it. Your vision is your permission right now, today, forever. Okay? The choice will always be yours as to whether you live in that purpose or in that vision or not. You are capable of your calling. Okay? You would not have a vision that you are incapable of bringing to life. So anything, no matter how sacred and true it seems, if it's telling you that you cannot live in your purpose or that you cannot fulfill your calling, it is a lie. It is a lie, and you need to stop believing it as though it is true. You are capable of your calling. You would not be given some idea inside of you that you are incapable of bringing to life. So wake up, okay? You already have a good heart. We know this. You do not have to prove it to anyone. You do not have to justify your motivation. You do not have to keep proving that, no, I'm not in this just for the money or anything like that. Forget all of that stuff. We know you have a good heart. Now just focus on getting your message out into the world, will ya? Okay, the divine did not call you to be broke. The divine did not call you to be broke. So you don't have a calling on your heart that you now have to be destitute in order to live by, unless you choose to be. The choice is yours. And the divine does not need you to serve only broke people when you are not in a position of strength yourself. Okay? The divine, sometimes we tell ourselves, especially spiritual people, there's a tendency to want to help the world for nothing. As in, We don't want them to have to pay us for anything because we want to give everything away for free. When you are not in a position yourself to do any of the things that you would like to do, how does that make any sense? If we're going to talk about sense, I'm not always one for talking about logic and all of that. Well, I am in certain contexts, but not for everything. Okay, not when doubt is trying to look like logic. No, but when you are not in a position of strength yourself, why do you think that you need to give away what you do not have to give? Allow yourself to expand, to grow, to become more. Get yourself to such a position of strength that no matter what you do, nothing can be shaken. And that is absolutely possible if you will allow it to be possible in your life. Okay? Okay, so other question for you is, how important is this mission to you? This idea of changing people's lives with what you carry, how important is it to you? Is it important enough for you to get over the fears and the doubts and the weird beliefs that hold you back? How important is it to you to create multi-generational wealth? Again, is it important enough to get over the fears and the doubts and whatever, or is it not that important? Just something you talk about, wish for, and kind of hope you'll just drop on your lap without you doing anything about it, because that will never happen. Okay? Okay? How important is it to you to change lives? How important is it to you to be the way shower for your family, the one who changes the trajectory of your family's wealth? How important is that to you? Is any of that important to you? Because if it is, you can no longer allow fears and doubts and all of that stuff to get in your way. You do, however, need a strategy, which is where we started here. This is all about trying to give you a simple strategy because, as I said, I am not the most technical person on the planet, but I do enough to get my message out to the people that I want to speak to. Okay, so you do need a strategy and you do need some courage, because it is going to demand more from you than you've done in the past. Okay, and you need to be able to stay in a place of emotional discomfort until your limiting beliefs have changed. So don't get into this assumption that just because you're feeling uncomfortable inside that, oh, it must mean that the divine doesn't want me to go this way. No, it just means that you are challenging some of your previously held beliefs. So it doesn't mean you need to run back to the comfort zone and tell yourself, well, it didn't feel right, so that's why I didn't do it. Nonsense. It didn't feel right because you've never done it before. Okay? There is intuition and then there's just fear. You need to learn the difference. Okay? Because sometimes lots of spiritual people are claiming intuition. Oh, I wasn't guided to do that, guided this and guided the other, when actually it's just fear. Fear leading them through by the nose to nothing. Are you done with that? Okay? Are you done with that? If so, keep listening. Let's talk about getting this funnel of yours off the ground. Or we'll start with, I'm Rosemary, just in case you didn't know. And my thing is really to support at least 334,000 ambitious spiritual people to thrive, to prosper, to make at least 6 figures whilst living in their purpose in as simple and swift a way as possible. Okay? Again, I'm not about the complicated anything stuff because I couldn't do that. So I don't expect anybody else to do that too. The things that I teach are simple, as straightforward. Just do them consistently, repeatedly, and they will work for you. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. I know that if somebody would just do the things that I ask them to do consistently, they will be making 6 figures by this time next year. However, getting people to do that. Now that's the fun part sometimes. No, it is. I do like people. See, the actual running of a business is not that, it's actually quite simple and can be quite boring. The people in the business, however, now that's the exciting part. People. And that's the way it needs to be for you. You need to set up a business in such a way that it's quite boring to run. And then it's the people that add excitement and joy to your life. Okay? Okay, so carrying on here. So yes, I was weird. Yeah, I tell you, I've told my story 20 million times before, so I'm not going to go into all of that today. Let's get into the strategy here to create a funnel. First and foremost, we need to know what problem it is that we're solving for people. Okay, so I understand that the chances are that if you got to this point and you are determined to build a business, the chances are that you have skill or wisdom or knowledge or something that can help quite a lot of people. You might even think that it helps everyone, and it probably will do. However, you don't have the resources yet to reach everyone. So you would be better placed to pick a specific problem for a specific person. Okay? So that way you are targeting a specific person who has a specific problem. So what is that problem that you would like to solve for people? That's something that you want to know. Now, I like to say to clients, one of the three most usual places would be money, wealth, money, health, and relationships. Okay, as well as there's some special interest things like how to walk a dog or how to potty train your dog or something along those lines. But health, wealth, and relationships. Health, wealth, love. Those three areas. Pick something. Pick one of those areas. Which one would you like to focus on? Health, wealth, or love? And then in one of those areas, pick a specific problem in that area. So I like to use it in the area of health for weight loss. Okay, so weight loss, very clearly, if someone wants to lose 10 pounds 10 weeks, it's a clear problem that they have. They are obviously 10 pounds heavier. They would like to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks. As a result, they want is very clear. Either somebody does want to do that or they don't. And there's more than enough people that would want to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks or maybe even less time than that you will be able to build a successful business around that. Whatever your skill, because for most of us as these ambitious spiritual people that we are, that have been on an awakening journey and all of that, you know that most actual problems are mindset in some ways related. Which is not to say that you shouldn't have some kind of technical, strategic, so helping someone lose weight. It's, yes, there's mindset stuff, but there's also practical nutrition or exercise plan or something that will give weight to not just mindset stuff. Though we all know, well, if you've ever been trying to lose weight, that after you know the basics of losing weight, which is ultimately consume less calories than you need. That's basically the whole thing of losing weight. We all know this, but it's not enough to know that, is it? So you know that the chances are there's going to be some kind of mindset thing going on here. Maybe it's emotional eating, what is causing that, blah, blah, blah. All of that needs to be handled in order for someone to actually lose weight. But that is not what people are thinking about. What they're looking for is some kind of quick plan solution that can work for them. So you need to speak in terms of what your customer actually wants. Yes, somewhere in the back of most people who are trying to lose weight's brain, they recognize it can't really be as simple as consume, well, it is as simple as consume less calories than I need, but I can't do it. Why can't I do it? There must be something going on that means that I cannot do this, or it's not preventive. So they do know this. But if you try to sell the mindset formula for losing weight, it might work for some who are really very self-aware, but for a lot of people, that'll just go over their head because all they want to know is, can you help me lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks? So when you're marketing, you really need to think about what is the person you want to help thinking about. And even if, because again, spiritual people, when it comes to marketing, that side of things, they kind of get like, oh, I just don't want to just talk about money. I just don't want to just talk about weight loss or how many pounds or how many calories that people are eating. I want to talk about the deeper things. Yeah, I understand that, but most people that you're selling to just want the result. So speak to them of the result. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to be thinking about. What is the problem that you're solving for them? Once you've decided on what that problem is and you're speaking about it in their language, create some kind of free giveaway. So you could create a quick video giving them the steps to how they would lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks, or write it as a PDF or do it as an audio, whatever. Create something, upload it somewhere. The only way they get access to this is if they give you their email address. So that is where the free giveaway comes in. So you have this free giveaway that people only get if they sign up for your sign up to come onto your mailing list, and then they'll give it, and then you will send them this free giveaway as almost a gift for joining your world. Okay, so once you've done that, you now need to create some kind of landing page, which is a web page on the internet, which just needs to contain the title of your thing. So it could be how to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks. Subtitle 5 simple steps for women over 45 who want to lose weight before that special day or before that special event or something, something like that. That'll be the subtitle. And then the bullet points of the benefits that they'll be getting for signing up for this thing, what they're going to get when they read it or listen to it or watch it. And then a button for them to click through and an image of it. So you can create the image in canva.com, canva.com, and you have a button. Now, all this page can be created in lead pages or Aweber. Okay, these are two services that I use. If you want the details on those, you can send me a message and I will get those over to you. Or you can get a copy of my book, the what's it called? Get Paid to Transform Lives book, because I give all the links and everything, and the whole strategy is in there. Okay, if you would like a copy of that book, then put beneath the video biz, and I'll send that out to you, or we'll get a copy sent out to you, or we'll get in touch with you to find the email address that we can send it to, and all of that. Anyway, so a landing page on the web. Again, this is simple. You do not need a whole website for this. You just need one page. And using a service like Lead Pages or Aweber, which does landing pages as well, will do that very quickly for you. You just need to get the text, copy and paste, and it sets the whole thing up for you quite simply. And then once people sign up on that page, they'll be taken to a thank you page. Now on this thank you page, what I would suggest, if you're not making 5 to 10K a month at the moment, is have conversations with people. Okay, get people on the phone. So create some kind of come speak to me page, which is just another landing page, another simple web page on the internet, which you can use Lead Pages or Aweber to create. And I know I'm going through all of this quite quickly, and it can, if you've never done it before, it can seem like, what's she talking about? Well, listen to this over and over again. You'll get get the book. You can read through how I do it. Or how well, you can read it through and do one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Or you can come and work with me when I open up Be a Six-Figure Spiritual Business Owner the next time. And that way I'll take you through it. I do videos and everything to take you through it. But I'm just trying to explain it to you so that you can go from this masterclass to actually setting yourself up. You really can. And I know if you've never done it before, it can seem like, oh no, that's impossible. I can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's the thing. You need to stop buying into this idea that the things that you desire are outside of your reach, because they are within your reach. You wouldn't have these ideas if you were incapable of bringing them to life. I cannot say this enough. I cannot say this enough. And I really wish people would believe me when I say this. I'm not saying that it's always going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm not. But I am saying it is possible for you. If you will just decide that I will do this thing, and then you don't take no for an answer. You keep working it until it freaking works for you, okay? So a simple landing page where it's a thank you page. So people sign up for your free giveaway. They get immediately taken to this thank you page. In the meantime, a service like Aweber has taken a hold of their email address and is sending them an initial email saying welcome, and this is the free giveaway, okay? So on the thank you page, however, so whilst that is happening in the background, they are being taken immediately to a thank you page, which, as I say, you're inviting them to have a conversation with you. If you're not making 5 to 10K, then you want to have conversations with people, want to build community around what you're doing, and to get a better idea of what it is that the people that you're trying to help want from you, okay? This time, instead of just collecting their email address, you're going to collect their telephone number as well. And then you could sign up with something like Calendly or Schedule Once for a calendar so that people can go straight in there and book an appointment with you. Though, if I were you, I wouldn't really necessarily send someone directly to your calendar. What I'd do, as soon as their telephone number came through, give them a quick call. Give them a quick call and say, hey, I just noticed that your application for a conversation with me came through, and I just wanted to touch base with you, see if we can have a conversation now, if you're free, or let's book something in. Because again, it's that personal touch, that personal actually connect with people, so they don't just think that you're some, some scam artist taking down their details, which, okay, so they might not give you their telephone, their real telephone number if that was the case. But the more personal touches you can have with someone, particularly when you're just getting going in business and you're not that well known yet, the better. The more personal you can keep your business, the better it will be to actually build. Okay, it'll be easier to build it because people will think that you're a real actual person. Okay, so once this is all set up, which it will be done very quickly if you just get on with it, you can start sending people over to it. So use things like social media, advertising. I use both, and in person. So social media, advertising, and offline stuff. Send people to the landing page that you created originally that people can sign up for the free giveaway. Your task is really to keep collecting contact details, and then getting as they sign up for the free giveaway, they're immediately taken over to have a look at your what's it called, thank you page. So then they decide whether they want to have a conversation with you or not. Okay, so that's what a lot of what you're going to be doing. This is your funnel. This is your funnel setup. You're sending people through. They first see the landing page for the free giveaway, and then the next thing they see after that is the landing page to have a conversation with you. Some will sign up for the free giveaway. Less will sign up for the consultation with you. But the more you send through the front end, the more you'll have conversations with people. And the more conversations you have with people, asking them what their needs are, the more likely you are to then get paying clients coming through. As I said to you, get on the phone with people as quickly as possible and be as personal as possible. Don't try to automate everything immediately. To keep this whole thing simple and not horribly complicated technology, you want to as much as possible speak to people as much as possible. Okay, so get on the phone with them as quickly as possible, sorry. Because even committed people who really desperately wanted to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks could get scared, because now they've given out this telephone number to this who knows who this person is and all of that. So the quicker you can actually put their fears to rest by proving that you're an actual human being, the better for you, the better for building a business. And remember, you don't need that many clients to have a successful business, depending on how much you're charging them. You don't need that many people to get that first 5 to 10k month. Okay, and I know that's a big range, 5 to 10k, but if to get that first 5k month, you don't need that many people to work with you. You just need to actually get as many people as you can through it and sign people up. And then as money starts coming into your business, you can start expanding and doing different things and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so all yours is then to keep testing and tweaking to see what works for you. So what title of the lead magnet is getting more people to actually sign up? What title of the conversation is getting more people to sign up? All of that, you need to test and tweak and see what works better. Okay, but that's your funnel. Okay, it's not complicated. So and as soon as somebody's on your mailing list with you, all you're doing is continually following up with them. Follow up to get them on the phone with you. Once they're on the phone with you, you ask them whether listen to what they want, listen to their challenges. And if you feel there is something you can help them with, help them by offering them your service. Okay. And that's kind of it. And just as I like to say this quite a lot, because the first time I spent like £10,000 on a coach, I had been on that person's list for 6 years of not really opening their emails or anything. And I'm not saying that every single person that comes onto your list is going to wait 6 years before they buy from you. But if you intend to do this forever anyway, because this is your purpose work and it's what you'd like to build your life around and blah, 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 does it matter if they're on your list for a while? Now, of course, there are going to be some people that buy from you faster. There's going to be some people that buy from you slower. The point is, yours is to be consistent, continually showing up, because this guy showed up for 6 years. When I was ready, he was like, wow, this guy has been showing up consistently in my life for 6 years. He must be serious about what he's doing. I threw money at him. Well, I didn't throw it at him, but I was ready. I was finally ready. I didn't even have money at that point, but I was ready to figure out how to get the money to pay him, and I paid him £10,000 to work with him, which then really propelled my life forward because I was ready. So yes, keep following up with people. Keep showing up for your business, showing up for your vision, more to the point. Continually asking people, let's have a conversation. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with this. I can help you with this. Talking to them, using content to get their attention, to educate them, to inspire them, and continually invite them to the next step with you. Okay? Don't stop doing that. Don't make it more complicated than what I've just explained to you here. And please do not let fear win you over. But ultimately what it comes down to is that it will work when you work it. You can pray, you can affirm, you can do all the energy work on the planet, but you are a divine being having a human experience. So yes, I firmly believe that connection with the divine and doing all our internal work is absolutely essential. But it must be partnered, because we're divine beings, but we're having a human experience. So we must do human practical work in order to actually bring it to life, okay? So it's never going to be enough just to, we can manifest and all of this stuff. I agree. But for consistency, I suggest you are consistently showing up, doing the daily work of bringing things to life. And if you need support with that, if you would like some support with that, then I suggest that you get on the phone with me in the prophetic intuitive mentoring session. So we can look at businessy side stuff to begin with, if that's what you would like us to focus on for the 50 minutes that we have our conversation, or something else. Go and take a look. If you're on Instagram, it's in my bio. So it's the prophetic intuitive mentoring session with me. It's a private session, you and I having a conversation, see where you're at, see what needs to happen next, blah, blah, blah. We can do that. Or there's a link around this video if you're watching me on Facebook. So if you've been trying to do this stuff on your own and it's not getting you anywhere and there's this lack of clarity about what you're doing and blah, 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 get on the phone with me. Let's have a conversation. I can support you in getting clear, in moving forward, and help you see what your next step is. Okay? So as I say, the prophetic intuitive mentoring session, it's either in the link in my bio or it's under this video or on top of this video or wherever the links are around this video. Okay? Or you can send me a message asking for a session with me and I'll send you out the link so that you can go book yourself in. It's been a pleasure sharing this with you. If you need to, well, definitely you'll need to listen again and again and again so that the stuff that I said sticks in your brain and that you actually use it to change your life, because you can. Your vision is your permission. There is no mistake about what you carry inside of you. There's no mistake about you being on this planet at this time with that specific vision that you would like to bring to life. So bring it to life. Bring it to life. Get so focused on your path that you stop allowing the fears and the doubts and the uncertainties to get you off path. There is so much available to you if you will allow it. If you will allow it. So allow it. You are created in the image and likeness of the divine. Whatever you set your mind to is absolutely possible for you. And you know this. You know this. Now live like it is true. Live like it is true. Okay, on that note, we're going to bring this to a close. If you don't know, I'm doing a whole 3-day, what's it called, money magnetizing series. It's called Pray, Affirm, Receive, where I'm taking you through 3 steps to manifest the money you desire to live in your purpose, okay? The money you need to live in your purpose, to manifest that. How do you do that? I'm going to take you through 3 clear steps that the divine gave me, and I teach you through it, talk you through all of it. So if you would like to come to that 3-day series, again, send me a message asking about Pray, Affirm, Receive. Send me a message asking about Pray, Affirm, Receive, and I'll get the link over to you so you can come join us. We start tomorrow. It'd be great to have you on board, okay? Yeah, it'd be really great to have you on board, and you will definitely learn something new taking part in this, okay? So if you want to find out about that, it's Pray, Affirm, Receive, and I'll see you for 3 days, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, if you come join us. Until the next time, my loves, much amazing love. Go forth and prosper because you're supposed to be. Okay? Much love.